The iconic Pink Palace apartment tower means we're in the green pastures of West Vancouver. Lots of TV stars come from the greater Vancouver area. Raymond Burr is from New Westminster, James Doohan is from Kitsilano, Michael J. Fox is from Burnaby. And West Vancouver is a big star too, who is dubbed the Charlie Chaplin of television. Today we're going to follow in the footsteps of Angus Young. With me on camera as always is Rick Von Schmidt. Born in the United Kingdom in 1919, Angus was 6 years old when his family moved to West Vancouver. Caulfield and Dunderave were a few of the wee hamlets here that shared their names with Scottish villages, so the Youngs felt at home after their long train ride from Quebec to the west coast. Young Angus loved the rugged landscape here. He went fishing in crystal streams, climbed fir trees, and looked for moose tracks. In the summer, he slept outside under the stars. He felt like he was at the top of the world. Before his dad, John, got a solid job at the North Vancouver shipyards, he was desperate for work. His first job was with the local health inspector. He was tasked with scouring the beach here every morning and burning any marine carcasses that had washed up overnight. He got $5 for every funeral pyre. Young Angus helped him find the dead creatures. Young Angus loved playing soccer, and he did it right here at Ambleside Park. He said it was usually pouring rain, but he loved it. When they first arrived, the family lived in a small cottage without heat, light, or plumbing. Once a week they hauled water from a nearby stream, and the family of four took turns taking a bath. If you check the old city listings, you'll find his dad, John, listed at multiple locations over the years. This is 1466 Marine Drive. And of all of their addresses listed, it's the only one still standing. There is an apartment on the top floor here. This beauty was built in 1926, so it's nearly 100 years old. The Youngs would have gone up these very stairs, right here. Young Angus attended the Pauline Johnson School right here. And thanks to my brilliant friend Keto at the West Vancouver Archives, we have a couple of pictures of little Angus. Rick, you want to put those up? Here he is in 1930. This is Mr. Hamilton's grade 6 class. In 1932, he was in Miss Crewson's grade 8 class. And this is the best quality picture. In 1931, young Angus was in Mr. Brown's grade 7 class here at Pauline Johnson. These are some of the earliest known images of young Angus. And we're going to try and line up the shot here. Rick's put a little red bucket on the ground there, right where Angus would have sat, about 90 years ago. Incredible. But sweet little Angus was stricken with bronchial asthma, which kept him bedridden for 4 months of every year. He was fair puckled, as they say in Scotland. And during this time, his mother would take him along to her job sites. She was a house cleaner, and seeing her on her hands and knees scrubbing the floors of his affluent schoolmates inspired Angus to make enough money one day so that she would never have to work or worry again. While he was sick in bed, Angus listened to Jack Benny on the radio. And he liked other comedians, like Edgar Bergen, and a fellow who liked to have a drink or two, W.C. Fields. He would reenact the sketches for his family, and then Angus started writing his own skits and bits. He performed for the local Scottish club here, and this led to his first gig on the Vancouver radio station, CJOR. He was paid $3 for a 4-minute monologue. His dad, who made the same money after a grueling day at the shipyards, looked at Angus's check and said, "You keep up with this talking business, son, because lips don't sweat." By the time he was 17 years old, Angus was a master at voices, accents, and comedy. He changed his name from Angus to Alan, and he had his own national program on CBC Radio. It was called The Alan Young Show. Alan eventually took his radio show to New York City, and then he moved to Hollywood, where in 1950 he had his own TV variety show. It was also called The Alan Young Show, and his talents were recognized with Emmy Awards. From 1961 to 1966, he starred on a TV show that remains his most popular role. He played Wilbur Post on the show Mr. Ed. His character was the owner of a talking, wisecracking horse. Audiences loved Alan, and they loved the show. It was a big hit. Big hit. Mr. Ed was a golden palomino who spoke only to his owner, Wilbur. Fans enjoyed the interactions with Wilbur and Mr. Ed, who had a funny voice. Big celebrities like Clint Eastwood and Mae West made guest appearances on the hit show. Alan says by the end of the show's run, 47% of American viewers were watching Mr. Ed. It was translated into 8 languages and aired in 28 countries. It brought Alan tremendous success. After Mr. Ed, Alan had steady work with a variety of acting jobs, including the voice of my buddy, Scrooge McDuck. In his autobiography, Mr. Ed and Me, Alan has lots of amazing stories of his time in show business and incredible anecdotes about meeting other celebrities. One of my favorites is about Alan and this young lady right here, Marilyn Monroe. Alan passed away in 2016 at the age of 96 after an incredible life. He had 3 wives and 4 children. True to his pledge as a lad, he became extremely wealthy and took good care of his family. His sweet mother, Florence, never cleaned the floors again. We're going to wrap things up here on Marine Drive in beautiful West Vancouver. This was Alan Young's Road to the Big Time. Hope you enjoyed this little taste of old West Vancouver as she once was. My thanks to Bev Sugarman for makeup and Jewel Hailmayer for wardrobe. On behalf of Rick and myself, thanks for watching. And until next time, that's a good bee.